Hello, this is Mike,
And I'm Maria.
and this is TalkAlley.
Hello, everyone. Of course, hi, Mike.
Hello, Maria.
It's been a not so happy week. I would
Yes.
have said otherwise, but back home, Mike, as the Philippines was experiencing the wrath of tropical storm Nalgae, also known as Typhoon Paeng.
Yes.
A lot of areas have been extremely flooded, and there was also news of landslide, which unfortunately has taken lives in the country.
Yes. We hope that all of you continue to pray for the safety and the healing of kababayans who are suffering due to the typhoon. Of course, for those who wants to help and share your blessings, you may coordinate with our consulate, where you can send donations for our kababayans.
And of course, in our ticker, there's also an organization. Can you show the picture of that?
Yes.
They are also calling out. There you go. So you can also send donations to, you can see it on the ticker. If you watch the show, there's a Gcash and Maya account where you can send donations for this organization, the Panay Center for Disaster Response Inc. So
Yes, any help is appreciated.
yeah, any help is of course appreciated, and there you go.
Yes.
Thank you. So that's a call for donations. You can just send your donations and your kind gifts to that organization. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
We would also like to address the
Oh
very
yes,
sad and recent
of
news.
course. And we also last night we heard the unfortunate event in South Korea where 151 people to be exact have been killed, and 82 others were injured after the stampede in Seoul on last night.
Yes.
Yes, of course, and we have seen already videos and news about it. But here on Talk Alley and Filipinos in Germany, we extend our prayers and condolences to our brothers and sisters in Seoul, Korea, who lost their loved ones from last night's tragic event.
Yes. So, Maria, before we start with anything else, this episode is, of course, supported by amazing pure organic barley, which provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For more inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Esquilio. You may also contact her at jess@esquilio.de for more information.
I am Maritoni Fernandez, and we are in the middle of a barley field here in Swan Hill, Australia.
Well, we think we have the best barley in the world because of our clean irrigation water. Water comes from the Murray River, which is a freshwater river. All our drinking water comes from the Murray River too. So it's full of nutrients, and also the climate is perfect for growing winter cereals. Clean, green, certified organic.
Yeah, we're certified with NASA, which is one of the Australian certifications for organic. IAM Worldwide gets its barley grass powders from Herbal, which sources them from us at Nutrigreen, so you're guaranteed the best barley grass powders in the world.
I am truly proud to say that we are now the sole distributor in the Philippines for Nutrigreen barley.
Amazing pure organic barley provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For more inquiries, please contact Ms. Jess Esquilio. You may also email her at jess@esquilio.de for more information. So, Maria, what are our common diversities?
Well, that's a good question. Well, Mike, Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines diversity as the condition of having or being composed of different elements, variety, especially the inclusion of people of different races, cultures, etc., in group or organization. So what is common with a group of diverse individuals is what we are going to discuss with our guests today. But
Yes, but before we introduce our guest, Maria, last week, TalkAlley was in Stuttgart to watch the German premiere of Katips, the musical at the Innenstadt Kino Stuttgart. So let's watch this video.
So mahalaga ang kasaysayan sa isang bansa. We study history so we can learn and draw lessons from it. According to George Santayana, those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. So this award-winning movie refers to an important but dark side of our Philippine history. We cannot and we should not forget the horrors of those times. So hopefully, through this movie, we all can learn some lessons and so that this doesn't happen again. So many thanks to Christian Dean, who helped us to show this film in Stuttgart. Thank you also to all who attended the viewing here in Stuttgart and who helped promote the film. We also want to thank SMBC and Kumon Bevle. Okay, those are our sponsors. Thank you so much and enjoy the movie.
So, yeah.
So thank you for inviting us again to watch the premiere of Katips.
Mhm.
I highly recommend it to all. The music was all original.
Mhm.
It's just amazing how creative the people behind this film was. You know, it's not really common to watch something different, unique
Yeah,
from the
it
Philippine
has,
cinema.
it had a lot
I
of
mean, I've
elements.
seen a lot of independent films that are really amazing, and this one is included in the list. And it was also beautifully written and
Mhm.
well researched from how martial law started and ended. I felt sad watching it, but proud because there are people who are passionate and brave enough to fight against dictatorship and the truth. So
Yes, Maria, I agree. Like in Germany, the Philippines also went through darkness.
yeah,
Yes,
dark times, of course.
And we have learned in Germany by teaching the children and preserved history, and we made sure that everyone will be reminded by it by putting up memorials all over the country and create laws punishing those who have participated with those horrendous crimes which killed a lot of people in Germany, so that it doesn't happen again. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. We should learn from our mistakes from the past. And of course, it starts with the children, by teaching them.
Yes.
And of course, speaking of children, in the Philippines, you know, you always hear that the children are the hope of the nation, spoken by Jose Rizal,
Mhm.
one of the Philippine heroes in the country, because there's no national hero, as we have discussed it a year ago. So anyway, Jose Rizal is one of the hero in the Philippines. He said that ang mga kabataan ay ang pag-asa ng bayan.
Mhm.
So let's introduce our guests, Mike.
Yes, und unser erster Gast wurde in Ischage, Philippinen, geboren. Sie unterrichtete Englisch und Filipino in Manila, bevor sie 1990 zum Studieren nach Österreich kam. Ihre Vision ist eine starke und selbstbewusste Subkultur der nächsten Generation philippinischer Migrantinnen als Teil der europäischen Vielfalt. Sie ist die Gründerin und Leiterin von Centro ng Cultura at Vica ng Austria in Filipinas. Zentrum für österreichische und philippinische Kultur und Sprache, Sprachzentrum. einer gemeinnützigen, nichtstaatlichen Organisation. Eine Plattform, die die philippinische Kultur in Österreich fördern will. Sie glaubt, dass der Respekt für die eigene und andere Kultur die Grundlage für eine funktionierende Gesellschaft ist. Sie ist Mitarbeiterin des OPEC Fund für International Development. Heißt sie willkommen hier bei TalkAlley, Arlene Di Castañeda. Hallo Arlene.
Hello,
Hello,
Arlene. Welcome to
magandang hapon po.
TalkAlley. Magandang
Hello.
hapon din sa inyo.
Thank you for
And,
joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining
Salamat
us.
sa
Our
anyaya.
next guest,
Ilan sa
Mike.
pilihan lalo.
Yes.
Speak
Thank you.
English, Deutsch, Tagalog.
English. English is fine.
Yes.
All right.
So everyone can
Thanks
listen to
for
us
having
from all
me,
over the world.
having us.
Okay.
Thank you for being with us. So our next guest is
Our next guest, Mike, is a sociologist and doctoral candidate in sociology at the University of Vienna.
Mhm.
His interest in the topic Filipinos developed due to his search for his own identity and to understand his biography. From an early age, he always had to navigate between two worlds, like you, the Austrian and the Filipino world, the European and the Asian. Ralph found his own identity while writing and reflecting on his experiences, which is strongly shaped by social, political, and cultural developments. He defines himself as a Filipino who was born and raised in Austria, but has strong ties to Filipino culture and the Philippines. Welcome to Talk Alley, Ralph Chan.
hello Ralph.
Hi, Ralph. You're
Hello.
on mute. Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Now
Thank you for joining us
Hi.
here today on TalkAlley.
Thank you
So
for the
if you have
invitation.
questions for Ralph and Arlene, please write them in the comment section. And of course, you can now support our show by sending us stars.
Yes.
Also, please do follow our page, our IG page and YT channel to watch more episodes of Talk Alley.
Yes.
So,
So
first question, Mike.
yes, for the first question, how are diversity and inclusion defined?
For you, how do you define diversity and inclusion, Arlene?
I would define diversity
Yeah.
as a collection of diverse cultures, peoples coming together, blending
Yeah.
a new culture.
Okay, so definitely how Ralph defined himself earlier. So, what do you think are the differences between diversity and inclusion, Ralph, for your experience? How do you differentiate it?
I think what we need to understand is inclusion is something that we should strive for. It's different to integration, for example, what we always say. Inclusion is something that we combine the positive things, the benefits in both societies or both groups. And this is what also diversity actually means, including all the benefits, all the positive things in one aspect or one group. Yeah.
Oh, so in that manner, how do you practice them in an organization or community? Diversity and inclusion. In your case, how was it practiced, Arlene? You
Well, just
were here for
recently.
how long already?
This
Just
is the
recently.
third-
How long ago was
Yeah.
that?
No. I've been here in Vienna's 1990. So yeah, 32 and a half years. It's been a while.
Okay, so yeah, you have an organization already. The organization it was long, so I have to read
Centro.
it. Sentro ng Kultura at Wika ng Austria in Pilipinas. So how do you include diversity and inclusion in your community or organization? How did you do that in the 22 years, Arlene?
Okay, maybe I'll start from our most recent project. We have had last September, Kubo 2022, Kunst und Kultur Festival. What is Kubo? We are very lucky in Central Team that we had a very, very good marketing genie guy who came up with that name. His name is Shira. And Kubo stands for Kultur, Bayanihan, Österreich. And I think, as we have already indicated, Ralph and I, in your first questions, inclusion, diversity, these are key points that sentro ng kultura at wika ng Austria at Pilipinas have been advocating. So from language courses to young children and adults, to summer camps, and to diverse Philippine migration lectures in cooperation with the 3 institutes of Vienna, with different fundraising. It's been quite a while, but I hope we will not do that again. Hayan, where we have coordinated our efforts with different nationalities and different migrant groups. All these are just examples of many projects and events and organizations that Centro has been doing for the last 12 years.
Okay. So before you ask your question, Mike, because I wanted to know when Ralph was seeking to define himself. So what did you find out, Ralph? When you were soul searching, how did it go?
I think it's a common problem for all persons, young people especially, who were born outside of the motherland, home country of their parents. Rooting for the roots basically means also looking for an answer who you are, what your identity is. So I guess, Mike, you will also have the same questions with you when growing up in Germany. Who am I? So, am I a German? Am I an Austrian? Am I a Swiss? Or am I a Filipino? And it differs always where you are. So if you are at school, you maybe feel like you are a German, Austrian, Swiss. But if you are at home, you're definitely a Filipino. And that's what I was looking for in the past 30 years. 30 years now, understanding myself and understanding what it means to be a Filipino outside of the Philippines. This is what we are basically doing at Centro, also with the book Common Diversities, and as well as with Halo Halo Network, which I will maybe later also talk about.
Yes, of course. We will get into that. But first, Mike, you have another question?
Yes, so for next questions, based on your experience, Raf, what are the benefits of diversity and inclusion for the 3rd generation like us? Personally for you, how does it benefit you?
I think it's something that is very beneficial in terms of understanding not just yourself, but also other cultures and other groups, in terms of why are we different, but what can we offer to the other group because of our differences. So we can basically share what others do not have, like, for example, our values, our norms, our traditions. I just had a conversation yesterday about for example, the banana ketchup, so the Filipino banana ketchup. And this is something that others do not have, and it's something that we can share our culture. So I think that's something that we should be proud of, also as a 2nd and 3rd generation kid.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, and telling them a bit of history of the banana ketchup would be really interesting, because it's a different condiment in our country, made up actually from banana, sugar, vinegar, and spices. So they would definitely be surprised it's not made from tomato. A ketchup, it's not made of tomato, but banana, sugar, vinegar, and spices. So that's our famous banana ketchup. And again, if you have questions for Ralph and Arlene, please do write them in our comment section. Of course, you can now support our show by sending us stars. So, of course, just as what Ralph is saying, just as diversity and inclusion benefit an entire organization, it also gains and enjoyed by individuals like Ralph and you and Arlene. And these values create a sense of comfort and belonging at a community. By just sharing the banana ketchup story, it brings comfort to those who are born here because it signifies a uniqueness from them. You've never seen ketchup before made of banana, so here we go. And of course,
it feels a little bit like
yes, of course. And that can help to significantly increase engagement. He is now introducing this to a lot of people, to a community, and as well as their ability to be creative in the school, workplace, or community. In addition, being in an inclusive environment makes people happier than when they are a less inclusive one. Right? Did it make you happier, Ralph or Lean, to be in a very inclusive environment when you were out there communicating with other organizations or Filipino communities? Arlene?
Well, it's a privilege to be living outside our culture, and I have always advocated that, make advantage of getting to know other cultures, like, learning the language, whether it be this German, French, or Turkish, because there's always something to learn from each other. And let's take, for example, the Austrian and the Filipino values. Ralph has mentioned previously, earlier, that we have so much. We Filipinos have a lot of values that can be very proud of. Just like that one we have had in Kubo, it's Bayanihan, Gemeinschaftssinn, this community. It's the sense of community brings us a lot together. We're talking. You just started the show by sharing your gifts, a few euros to our kababayan down there, and this is just one of those values we at Centro have been not only just talking the talk, but really walking the talk. When in our workshops, in our summer camps, we have one of our modules called Ate Kuya. So we also try to teach the young kids how do we exercise this Filipino custom of what is ate, what is kuya, which basically in other cultures are not visible. So there are so much to share, but we can also learn a lot from other cultures. And one of those values I really, really very much respect is the value of being prompt. Especially when in meetings, and Filipino time do not really exist, hopefully, in most of my schedules. So, those are just concrete examples I could share. There's so much to share. So, yeah.
That's correct. Both of you are located in Austria. Can you, because you always say German and Austrians, they are a bit alike. So are there any, or can you give us some Austrian values?
That are similar maybe to Germans?
Yeah, or completely
different. Yeah. Ralph, please.
That's a very tricky question, because if you talk to Austrians, they will consider themselves as Germans. Maybe the people from Bavaria, but not everyone in Germany. I think what is in common with Austrians and Germans, but also with the Filipinos, I guess, is that we are open-minded in that sense that we talk a lot about different things. So if you get to talk to someone and share the opinion of, might it be a political one, let's say, can be very controversial, but you can come up to a common point where you can discuss. I think that's what we all have in common, which is also diverse. So, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I definitely agree. Yeah.
I have noticed that everyone is like family oriented. They really spend time. They also very or maybe it's just our family, but very close knit. The German families are very close. The grandparents, parents, we're always engaged together. We're always giving, extra effort and time to be together. I don't know if maybe in other non-European countries they're, not the same, but for Filipinos, we're also like that. Do you agree, Arlene?
Well, as I have always been telling to my Tagalog students, the Filipinos are very, very family-oriented people. I think this has been shown with many of our values, as I've said. Take, for instance, balikbayan box, remittances. Those alone are, concrete manifestations of how family-oriented Filipinos are. I mean, the first thing they would think is, kailangan kong magpadala ng tulong sa mga iniwan ko sa Pilipinas. I need to send some money to my family, to my children, to my cousins, and so forth, and so on. And these are really very important values that we should continue and even keep alive in our families. Yeah. So being family oriented doesn't mean only kainan, salo-salo, birthday, and celebrations of happy occasions. But I think having our families join together or sit together, discuss those things that we usually do not discuss. I mean, we have so many things to say, but sometimes, we don't find moments to say to them. And I think, celebrations are one of those occasions where we can do them.
Okay.
Yes, and of course, we are also really curious as to Ralph, there's a question here from Andres Pinoy. How is the second generation in the German-speaking countries organized? Thanks for organizing this event, TalkAlley. Of course, Andreas, you're welcome. We're very curious on how this came about. Like for Arlene first, how did she organize Sentro ng Kultura at Wika ng Austria in Pilipinas?
Okay,
and then we'll move on to the halo-halo of Ralph. Let's start with Arlene.
I can make up I can tell you a very, very nice story on that, linking to halo-halos and to halo-halos hopefully around the world. Now, how did I come up? Of course, first thing for Centro, it's basically I have 3 children. They were all born here, growing up. They are now really adults. But when I set up the first kind of formal language with them, I said, why not invite other friends' children to put them together? I mean, just listening to them just say, mano po, ate, lola, and those simple Tagalog words would be more than enough for me for the first session. So that started how I got to, collect the second generation. And then, it grew up this mission of collecting the second, third generation in at Centro. So when move fast forward, when I met Ralph 6 years ago, Ralph. So I haven't really seen Ralph in those Filipino organized events, and so I was really surprised when he came to our booth in one of the Barrio Fiesta occasions, and looking at our online magazine Service Pinoy, and just chatting with him, and that's how it began. So through Ralph, of course, we grew up. But prior to that, I had actually 3 students at Tagalog. One of them is Cebuana and Austrian born, and his girlfriend is an Austrian. Now his wife And then the second one, who is not at all related to any Filipino. He was
Okay.
just interested to learn the language, and that's how I got to collect or to invite all those second generation. And so when we started, when why and I got this project book Common Diversities, it turned out I first, of course, spoke to Ralph and to the team, and yeah, that's how it started. And of course, Andreas, that time, his group is called Ugat, of course, cannot be missed in this project. And that's how I had the link with the Halo Halos, the Germans, and hopefully the Swiss. And yes, hopefully it's growing and growing.
Okay.
Okay, so it was based on their life as well. And I'm curious about the program. Is it for free? The students that you mentioned, you were teaching them Filipino, right? Cultural and the language as well. So was it a program of your organization, or is it?
Yes, all of this we have mentioned, from language courses to it's all organized. It's all projects from of Central, and we are offering.
Of course, you have to be a member.
Well, we are a very atypical organization in that sense, because we don't have any membership fee. So your membership is the project that you would be working with the stream. So that's how it works at Central. So we invite those who are interested, for example, into a particular project to join, and yeah, that's how you get in.
So, how for you, Ralph? How is it to be a part of Halo Halo? How do you feel about that? And what do you foresee? What do you see Halo Halo in? How do you see Halo Halo in 5 years?
Yes, I think both associations are very well connected to each other. So we're basically doing our work to be visible in our societies, in our groups. And Halo Halo is a network that was founded during the pandemic, actually. So there were a group of people who went to a Tagalog course and then mentioned, why not? What it is. So what we all have in common, basically, we would like to understand ourselves. We would like to understand the culture. And that's how we got a Halo Halo network, basically. So Halo Halo network is a network of second, third, first generation Filipinos in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland that meets once a month and talk about a certain topic. Like, for example, the next meeting will be next Friday. So if you are interested to come and to hear something about post-colonialism and the Philippines, you're very welcome to join. And each of the session, one of the member is hosting, facilitating, basically. And then we got in touch, we got to discuss about the topic, and then we learn from each other. It's not just sharing thoughts, sharing knowledge, but also sharing experiences. And I think that's what we want to strive also for the next 5 years. Or in the next 5 years, that Halo Halo is not just something that is a network, an exclusive network, but an inclusive network for all Filipinos who are interested to learn more about their culture from the perspective of an outsider, basically. And yes, I can only invite you again. So we also have a book presentation on Saturday. So if you are in Frankfurt, come and join us, meet us.
And we were about to go to that direction, actually, Ralph.
Thank you
Of
for
course,
the invitation.
yes, we will not forget why both Arlene and Ralph are here. Of course, they're here to invite us all to the launching of their book. And now, of course, Ralph, please do invite the people about your book, Common Diversities. which will be
Yes.
on Saturday, November 5th at 3 p.m. at the Philippine Consulate in Frankfurt. Ralph, please.
Yes, again, we would like to invite you all listeners, all who currently watches this live stream, to join us to participate our book presentation in Frankfurt. It's our very first time outside of Austria, so you will meet us, both of us, also the other authors, and also Halo Halo members like Andreas, Vigil, Annalie, and other Halo Halo team members.
And we
So-
will be there too. So we'll see each other. And of course, is Halo Halo, is it only in Austria exclusively, or do you have like Halo Halo Germany or Halo Halo UK, something like that? Do we have Halo Halo here?
Yes, there is actually
Germany.
Halo Halo group in Germany. If you are more interested on their activities,
Oh, really?
you just have to contact Andreas and Vigil. For Austria, it's me, and for Switzerland, it's Lenny. And we have regional activities, but also we have transnational activities. Like, for example, this book presentation. So we meet at one place to.
Of course, if Andreas and the others are listening right now, please do reach out and we can, collaborate and, present your future programs here on TalkAlley. We can invite more people from our community to join your organization. And of course, Mike.
Yes,
Hello.
Let's not forget the reason.
We already discussed that.
Yes. Yes, if you're interested to know more about their book, meet them in person.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Please join us at the Philippine Consulate General
in Frankfurt on November 5, Saturday at 3 p.m.
Mhm.
Now, before we end our talk,
Yes.
let me ask you a few fun questions to you.
Fun?
Yes, you are Arlene and Ralph.
Actually, every episode we ask these questions to our
Yes.
guests, so it's kind of fun. People are getting used to it. So the first
So-
question.
Yes, hope you're ready. So the first question is, if you were a flavor, what would you be?
Ralph, if you were a flavor, what would you be?
I would be an ube.
Ube. Oh, yeah, I love ube. Reminds us of home.
Yes.
Oh, very. How about you, Arlene?
That's really a tricky question, I'm sorry, I cannot just one flavor. So okay, I'll just give you three. I'll be of course the gata. I love mango and langka. So have your choice.
I think it would be halo halo. I'd be halo halo with all the variety of flavors in it, right? So it's so delicious and it's so healthy also. Well, if you don't put too much condensed milk. So anyway, so next question is, if you have a superpower, what would it be, Arlene?
Oh my gosh. To my superpower would be it's not I think it's if I would have that of having the power to make people open to each culture, to every culture. I think that would help a lot. If I would have that power to just go to every child, to go to every parent or every politician and look, let's respect each other culture, because this is our way, I think the right way to have a better understanding. Better understanding means much respect to each other. Respect means peace, and I think that's I would really wish for.
We wish that, of course, now that there's so much war outside this country, we do wish peace. And of course, you, Ralph, want to fly.
I would like to read minds. Yeah.
That's very,
Ooh.
very tricky.
Favor at you.
You can use it for both. For both. All
You're reading my
positive
mind
things.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love that too,
Okay.
But it probably that's so scary. People are sometimes very they think of so not so good things sometimes. So yeah.
Yeah. Then next question.
Next question.
If you were given a chance to speak to anyone living or dead, who will it be?
Ralph, who would it be?
I would like to talk to Martin Luther King.
Ooh. Why?
Because he managed to do.
Why? Of course.
He managed to be political. He managed to be. Or to do political activism with a certain strategy that was not political activism. It was more peaceful.
Yeah, less violent. Peaceful manner, of course. Generally academics would always choose that. I would also choose like Rizal. He battled those political, I'm not traitors, so maybe differences in the country with his writing. It's how he, became an activist through writing. So it was less peaceful. He didn't want to join Bonifacio and the others who are really fighting with their weapons. So he chose a more peaceful way of battling the problems of his country. So yeah, same as Martin Luther King. So how about you, Arlene? Who would it be?
Well, you just mentioned those I would like to talk to, Rizal, Bonifacio et al.
Really?
Because
You want?
the way I look at my home country right now, especially looking at the young people, I think we need Rizals and Bonifacios, Mabinis, and not only Aquinos, to make these generations, and when I'm talking about in plurality, my generation and generation before, let's not forget our past. And I would like that
Yes.
to be exemplified by more Rizals and Bonifacios and Aquinos, because the recent past has long been forgotten.
I think there are, Arlene, when we went to the kids movie last week, I think this generation is not really bad, all that bad. They're trying to preserve history and they're trying their best to, teach others to not forget the past and their culture as well. Yeah. So there are still hope in the country. And let's, hope further that there will be more. It will be contagious, that everyone will be, trying to not forget the cultures that we value. So, final question: if you were to describe your life in a song right now, what song would it be? And you have to sing it. Who wants to sing first?
Oh my gosh. Who came up with this script?
Si Ralph,
Is it
like,
you,
oh my
Maria,
God.
Mike, or both of you?
Everyone is not
Everyone.
Okay.
Okay, Ralph, maybe we'll just do a chorus of Bahay Kubo, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think right now what I can think of is maybe even
You
if you just
express
live
your
in a
life at the
simple
moment.
Bahay Kubo. Well, let's keep all those very substantial ingredients of Bahay Kubo, because we need really these vitamins to cope up with all what we have been experiencing 3 years ago, and now. I think living in a very modern and very technological world, and thinking that we are very much capable fighting all this crisis, I think we are not yet that emotionally stable. I'm thinking of the young generation, the kids, and so please, kahit kahit munting bahay kubo, basta may bayanihan na tulong-tulong. Even it's a very small place where we could really share that that sense of a community, that sense of being there to help to support one another. I think I would go for that bahay kubo.
No, Arlene, you're making us all hungry. But you forgot that you have to sing it. Please. So 1, 2, 3, go Arlene.
Bahay kubo kahit munti ang halaman doon ay sari-sari.
Halaman doon sari. Sing ka man, long. Sigarilyas. At mani. Sitaw. Tani.
Yeah, that's the real, for me. That's one example of being
anyway
diverse, very common, very diverse, and one of our just simple way of saying what beauty common diversities can present to all of us. Being halo-halo, bahay kubo, name it.
Yeah. Now, the task now to do next, like himself here, to show the world that is learning the Filipino culture. So, Ralph, of course, we will not forget you. And how do you represent your life now in a song? And you have to sing it.
I just look for a song that might be interesting. And I think for all of us, for all second and third generation Filipinos in the different countries, it's May Isang Pangarap. So by Angeline Quinto. So it's actually Patuloy ang Pangarap. So yeah, and I don't think I will just read the sentence or the paragraph that I think will be or is something that we should strive to, which is
okay.
Isang pangarap, ako'y naniniwala, ako ay lilipad at ang lahat makakakita. Meaning, we will be visible one day. We will be visible in our own societies, wherever we are. And we just need to be visible in our community itself, because not everyone knows that the second and third generation is active actually. And I think this is my song, Patuloy ang Pangarap.
Okay, thank you, Ralph, and thank you, Arlene.
Thank you, Arlene and Ralph. Of course, thank you guys very much for being with us today. And of course, we will see you next week on your book launch.
Thank you for your time.
We can't wait to see you there and maybe ask
looking forward for a very, very.
We're so ever curious here on TalkAlley. And yes,
thank you for having me.
We're very excited for you, and of course, we are giving you our congratulations ahead.
Thank you very much. It's been a long.
Congratulations to your book launch already from TalkAlley.
Yeah, it will be the 5th one. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We have a good idea behind it, probably. So yes, thank you. Have a nice rest Sunday.
Yeah.
And good start in the next week. Thank you for being with us in TalkAlley. And
we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
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 Bye, Ralph. So yeah.
Okay, that was wonderful. You now you have something to do this week, right? You're gonna sing that Bahay Kubo song. So you better start learning the words. Google it. And of course, again, for those who want to donate, I'm gonna read it again. For paying as of today, October 30th. Oh, there's an update here. Me. Where is it? As of today, October 30th, 11:30 a.m., PCDR gathered a total of at least 169,316 families, or 633,035 individuals, at least 766 for guys all over. So, of course, if you want to donate drinking water, food packs, sleeping kits, hygiene kits, or cash donation, you may send it through GCash to Arm Almero 09110 or to the Panay Center for Disaster Response Inc., which is 00924327089, which is on our ticker already. So please do help our kababayans back home. We are sorry for what happened to you. It's really a very unfortunate event, and of course, every time there is a storm, we will all weather it. Okay, so Mike, of course, SMDC Team Europe is inviting everyone for their first international marketing partner. It's an accreditation orientation night and an online webinar event and we will send you the link. It's on November 4th at 7:30 p.m. EU time. And the host of the event would be Christian Din Ikalina, Associate Sales Director. He will also be the speaker. So please join Team Europe, SMC Team Europe, on Friday.
Yes.
Next Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and one or two personal notes. Thank you for all the listeners and viewers for watching this episode. Please post on the comments how you like our new setup with the
we do have a new setup.
The video and microphone that we have now.
Yeah, do you like it?
Like it, post it in the and Monday, Tuesday, 31st to going to November 1, Halloween. So we might post some nice pictures of our setup that the kids made. So
Halloween is coming. So next week it will probably be a late Halloween event for us.
Maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, happy Halloween, everyone. And November 1st, All Souls Day in the Philippines, right?
Yes.
And in Spain, what did Daniel said? It's
All Saints Day.
There's a Spanish term that he mentioned last time. I forgot as well. But it was also the same. The Philippines, something about no, I totally forgot about it. So anyway, happy Halloween and happy remembering the souls on November 1st.
Yes.
And thank you very much for being us today. And see you again.